Okay, folks, this is Steve AB4L. There's Zero Hedge. There's Google. These are tabs. There's YouTube. There's Bleeping Computer. My first tab is SlashDot, News for Nerds. Now, 500 internal server error. But what's important here is it says Cloudflare. What is Cloudflare? Cloudflare is an internet infrastructure and cybersecurity company that acts as a middleman between website visitors and their hosting servers, like SlashDot. They're not hosted at Cloudflare. Cloudflare is a shield, making internet faster and more secure. It achieves this through services like Content Delivery Network that caches data closer to the users and reverse proxies that protects against attacks like distributed denial of service attacks by routing and filtering traffic. Cloudflare is an intermediary filter against bad guys so they don't directly cripple, for instance. It also provides DNS services and cybersecurity features, Reverse proxy. When the user requests a website, the request first goes to Cloudflare's network instead of the origin server. That's taken care of by the DNS system, Domain Name Service System. Cloudflare then acts as a reverse proxy. They decide if your request is going to continue through, and they reroute it to the actual real destination, and the reverse. To route the request to the most appropriate server, hide the origin server's IP address, shield them, and distribute the load. Cloudflare's network can absorb and filter out malicious traffic, protecting websites from distributed denial of service attacks. It includes the web application firewall to block common. Now, I'm going to reload. Why is Cloudflare down? Why is Cloudflare down? It's 3:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the 5th of December, 2025. Why is Cloudflare down to the point that it would give a generic message from its front-end web server that simply says 500 HTTP 500 internal server error? And it is Cloudflare. A 500 internal server error is a generic message indicated that the web server encountered an unexpected problem and cannot fulfill the request. This is a server-side issue, but it sometimes can be a temporary problem that's resolved by waiting and reloading the page, which I just tried, or by clearing the browser's cache and cookies. If the problem persists, it may require a fix on the website server, which can be caused by a variety of things like misconfiguration, a bug in the website's code, or insufficient server resources. Well, Cloudflare is supposed to be close to infinite capacity. And it is currently so overwhelmed by something that it's giving this very generic error page. Down detector. It says up there, downdetector.com. Why would I go to Down Detector? To see if there's any reports about various websites going down. What do we see? Down Detector is protected by Cloudflare. Cloudflare is currently down. There's another one called Ask Woody. Earlier today when I went to read something on their site, Cloudflare did a check to see I was a real human. That was done by Cloudflare, and I succeeded. You saw the process. I preempted you. I told you what would happen, and I got through. So not all of Cloudflare's down. Let's see if Zero Hedge is down. I'm going to reload the page. I think they use Cloudflare. Some websites known to be behind Cloudflare. Name some websites known to be behind Cloudflare. Reddit, they're there. X, they mentioned X. They're there. IBM, Zoom, LinkedIn. They seem to be there. Zoom. Zoom. That was one of the ones mentioned. Let's reload them. No, they're okay. Let's try IBM. They seem to be okay. but not Zoom. Let's try reloading Zoom. Let's try reloading them. So it's a partial. Zero hedge is still okay. Google doesn't, YouTube don't count. Sleeping computer. Now let's go to Cloudflare itself. The Cloudflare website is currently down. I'll have to continue this in the morning. It's almost, well, it's just after 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the 5th of December 2025, and a portion of Cloudflare, including the Cloudflare website itself, are showing 500 internal server error. So a major portion of their facility is underwater right now, if you understand what I mean. Microsoft. Microsoft seems to be there. 365. Teams. Copilot. Shopify. Shopify is affected. Discord. So some of the names are down, but not all of them. WordPress via partners. Moody's. NPR. They're there. Axios, Politico. Politico is down. There's a long list of websites. Moody's. Moody's is spending about $73,000 a month to be protected. Moody's is down. Okay, you got the picture? A significant portion of Cloudflare is currently crashed. That's what 500 means. Not just down, crashed. They don't know yet what's happening. That's why it's 500. The way this stuff is built, if a portion goes down, scheduled to go down, it's in maintenance, traffic is slow, overcapacity, those back ends usually can report the nature of the error, like you mistyped something or it's no longer quite a valid subdomain. And when it says 500, it means undetermined. HTTP 501. Server does not support the functionality required to fulfill the request. See, it's specific. HTTP 502. Bad gateway. There's some routing problems getting to the thing you're supposed to reach. But they know that's what it is. So the front end tells you. 503. Server is temporarily unable to handle a request. Maybe from overload. Try again in a few minutes. It's helpful. Gateway timeout. I sent the request on through and it should have responded either to say I can't take it or to pass it through and give you a response, but it simply timed out while I was waiting for it. HTTP version not supported. There's something wrong with the way your request is formulated. Better check your browser. Is it out of date? Variant also negotiates as a server error indicating a misconfiguration when a chosen resource variant tries to negotiate further, creating a loop, Another kind of back-end problem. We know they're there, but somehow they've screwed up and they are not interpreting your request correctly and they just seem to be stuttering. Insufficient storage. You try to upload a file and it got halfway through to the front end to wherever it is it's supposed to, where it's going to go onto a hard drive or something, and then suddenly they said, we don't have any more room. It's like running out of space on your hard drive. Same thing. Loop detected. Resource limit. Some kind of recursive request that's screwing up the back end. It's looping back on itself instead of being routed properly. The web server has exceeded its bandwidth limit. There's too many people trying to use the website at the same time. In order to keep itself from crashing, it's simply refusing requests, but in a way to say, try again later. But when it's 500, folks, the web front end that's answering you is saying, there's something wrong behind me and I have no idea what it is. It's just not there. This is Zoom. We'll reload it. It came back. Okay, this one is Moody's. Let's reload it. It just came back. This is Cloudflare itself. Of course, it's going to reload. This is Down Detector. There it is. User reports indicate no current problem. It's lost. Cloudflare. Yeah, exactly, except, can you see it over there? I made it smaller. You see this right here? You see this big peak? That's what we were just looking at. That's for Cloudflare. But it's fallen to 0 right now because Cloudflare is black. This one was Shopify. Should be back. There it is. This one was Axios. Should be back. We're good. Okay? So we just had a little adventure with a mishap at Cloudflare. I'll look, there may be an addendum to this tomorrow when it gets reported on like Bleeping Computer. Steve AB4L caught him red-handed, saying in real time, saying see you in 73.